You know, most cleaners have no idea the true cost of pre-spray. Most of them just shop price instead of shopping quality. So let's go ahead and break it down and see the true cost of pre-spray. To do this, we're going to consider two things. One will be price, number two will be safety. Okay, first of all, let's break down the price. An average container of pre-spray can generally run about $35 to $45. And at 6 to 8 pounds and at 8 to 16 ounces for doing a home, it's going to cost you about $1.50 to maybe $2 to do 5 rooms and pre-spray it properly. So on a $200 average job, which is basically kind of a smaller job, that's only 1% of the job. So it really didn't cost you much. So to buy a better product that's faster, that's safer, that's better, and doesn't have all the problems that are associated with it, it's only going to cost you about 20 to 25 cents. Is it worth it to you? Okay, the second one is safety. You know your client is only around your products maybe 1 to 2 times a year, so that's an exposure maybe 2 to 4 hours, right? However, you as a cleaner at 8 hours a day, 300 working days in a year, that's 2,000 plus hours you are exposed to perhaps a toxic chemistry. Do you really want to spend those 2,000 hours with toxic chemistry? However, a conundrum exists in our industry, and what is that? Well, you've got the little guys battling it out with the big guys. You've got toxic chemistry generally versus super high pH. And what are some of the problems that are associated with it? Well, when you're using super high pH products, this can lead to wicking, browning, reoccurring stains. It also leads to unhappy clients. It can lead to bad reviews, no referrals, and no repeats. On top of it, costly redos. It also leaves a ton of residue on the carpet, so the carpets end up getting dirtier faster. Unless, of course, you use a very expensive, super low ultra pH rinse and really work hard to drop that pH. But don't forget, it can also cause pH burns to your skin, to your client's skin, to their pets and their children's skin. Okay? On top of it, it leaves the fibers nice and stiff. That's not good. And it also avoids carpet warranties. Do you really want to buy somebody's carpet? All right, what about the little guys? When I say toxic chemistry is a lot cheaper, just like the high pH products are very cheap, so they can compete. So when you use these products over here, many times it's filled with very caustic products. And what do I mean by that? If you look through the SDS sheets, it'll say it has sodium hydroxide in it, potassium hydroxide, sodium hypochlorites, optical brighteners. Many of these products are made to be used outdoors, not indoors, but to compete with the big guys, they're using them. Where the big guys are using a lot of fillers and super high pH so they can make their corporate company happy and more profitable. But when you read these SDS sheets, it's really scary, okay? You can notice it says it's carcinogenic, it's generally flammable, it causes blindness. I'm talking about some of it can burn your cornea out immediately. Think about that. Also, it is fatal to your airways. If you get some of the powder inside your airways, you can actually die from it. And it tells you it's dangerous poison. It can do neurological damage to your brain. It tells you don't inhale the vapors. It's also corrosive. You're supposed to wear complete PPE, personal protective equipment. You're supposed to wash all your clothes and your skin and use it in a well-ventilated area. Do you really want to use something like that inside of a home? Well, guess what? You don't have to. TMF has broken that conundrum. And how have we done it? We're using better, safer, higher quality products. And if you notice on our label right here, for instance, one of our pre-sprays, Black Label. It's one of our top sellers. What we do is we take it inside and I have my technicians show it to all the clients. Why? Because if you read the label here on the back, I have them read this right off to the homeowner. No NTAs, no butyls, no fillers, free rinsing, non-corrosive, boost cleaning, dries to a crystal, no sticky residue, buffered, dissolves fast, non-resoiling, 99% green and ready to use dilution, superior emulsification, environmentally safe, VOC compliant, softens the fibers. So notice how much this does and how safe it is. It really makes a huge difference in delivering that positive moment of truth, that PMOT, instead of a negative moment of truth. And you're not exposed to bad chemistry and bad situations that might arise because you're using higher quality products with TMF, all for just a couple of pennies more. Isn't that worth it to you? Oh, and then I mentioned that it cleans like crazy and it smells divine.